Guess what? Carlos is getting married. What? Seriously? I didn't know, but that's good for him. Congrats to him. I kind of feel like it might be too early, though. He's still pretty young. Right. Unlike your useless self. You still can't even find a girl to marry, and you're almost 30. Marriage isn't necessary to have a fulfilling life. Besides, don't you think useless is going a bit far? That's a pitiful excuse. And compared to Carlos, you are pretty useless. You didn't even go to college, and you've been stuck with a low-class minimum wage job. Can you stop saying that? Just because I work in a factory doesn't mean I'm low class. It's not even minimum wage. It's a bad job, though. At least Carlos is going to college, so that automatically makes him more successful than you could ever be. He's not even working full-time, is he? He works with a part-time contract. He's going to start his own company. That's what he told me the other day. So if he was working full-time, he wouldn't have time to get things prepared. Are you sure about that? I think he probably should have tried to save up some money in advance. He's fine. He's still so young. He's getting married, and I'm pretty sure he'll bring me my first grandchild soon enough. He's such a good son to me. He's everything I could have hoped for. Unlike a certain someone. Are you talking about me? Who else would I be talking about? I only have 2 sons. I don't know what you're trying to say, but I've been helping you out in my own way too, you know. I've sent you $1,000 every month for 10 years straight. That's how Carlos was even able to go to college. Why are you acting like $1,000 is a lot of money? $1,000 from you is just nothing but pocket change. Are you being for real? I started working at age 20, and I've been sending it to you every single month. In the beginning, I could barely afford to take care of myself, but I was still sending it to you. I sent money for Carlos, too, when he was still in middle school. I don't really care about that anymore, if I'm being honest. I still care about it. That's a lot of money that I'll probably never get back. Carlos said his fiancée is the daughter of a pretty wealthy family. Is that so? That's great. Carlos is so amazing. I'm so proud of him. He's everything any mother would want. He says he's planning a fabulous wedding as well. I couldn't expect anything less of him. He is my son, after all. I'm happy for Carlos and everything, but in case you didn't know, I'm kind of your son too. I didn't ask. I'd appreciate it if you'd stop bringing up unimportant things. Anyways, he's marrying a girl with wealthy parents. Oh, and don't come to the wedding, okay? What do you mean? I don't know where that came from. I want to go and see my little brother get married. Like I said, you're low class. That's humiliating. I don't want to be seen around you. It would be so embarrassing if people at the wedding knew you were my son. As far as they know, Carlos is my only son. You're still calling me low class? I knew that you didn't really approve of where I worked, but do you really have to look down at me like that? His fiancée probably doesn't even care about where I work. Plus, it's not even that bad. You're just prejudiced. She might not care, but I do. The last thing I want is for you to bring shame to the family name at such an important place. So many people will be there, including her parents. Are you being serious? How am I bringing shame to the family? At least I have a job. Stop being so pretentious. I'm always serious. Working in a factory is dirty and gross. Why couldn't you be a manager somewhere at the very least? Are you not at least a little bit grateful for anything I've done for you? On top of the money, I would help pay your bills too. Why do I have to be grateful? I don't remember you ever taking care of me. The money you sent every month was barely enough for groceries, so stop acting all high and mighty. It really sounds like you just don't care about me anymore. Not that you ever did in the first place. I'm going to reconsider going to the wedding. I'll have to talk to Carlos about it. There's nothing to talk about. I just told you not to come. What's so hard to understand about that? I didn't think my own mother would tell me not to go to my brother's wedding. I thought we were supposed to be family. So, you're getting married? Mom just told me. Congrats. This must be really exciting for you.
Word got out quick. I was planning on surprising you with an invitation card.
You didn't need to surprise me or anything. But if you were going to send me an invitation card, that means you were going to invite me, huh?
What? Of course I'm inviting you. You're my brother. I want you to be there.
That's nice to hear, but Mom told me she doesn't want me to come. Apparently, me working at a factory would bring shame to the family, or whatever.
Well, I guess she has a point. A factory isn't the greatest job out there, to be honest. I wouldn't be proud of saying I worked at one.
You're on her side. Come on, man, I didn't think you'd agree with her. But anyways, are you okay on money for the wedding?
Why do you want to know?
Are you planning on having your fiancé use her family's money or something? I know you don't have the funds to put on a fancy wedding. Does Mom know?
Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Figure out what? What about your fiancé? How will she feel about it? That's a huge burden for her and her family.
I don't think it's that much of a burden. She's not even in the position to pay for it either.
What do you mean?
You're not the one getting married, so you don't have to worry about it so much. Will you ever get married anyways? And by the way, don't forget the gift money. I'm expecting a lot.
What?
I want you to give me a lot of gift money. I know you can afford it, despite being a factory worker. Can't you just send some money for your only little brother? You can, right? You will.
I mean, yeah, I was planning on bringing you gift money in the first place. But Mom told me not to come, so...
You can just brush that to the side, to be honest. Don't listen to her. You know she's a person who just says what she wants.
She seems to think whatever she wants, too. I think she's got the wrong idea about you.
I guess so. But in the end, that doesn't have anything to do with me. Let her think what she wants. Anyway, make sure to bring my gift money. I don't really have my friends or colleagues to bring me stuff. I also might end up asking a bunch of our relatives to donate to my wedding fund.
That doesn't seem wrong to you? Are you really okay with throwing your wedding with relatives' money? I don't think you should try to throw anything out of your reach. Small weddings can be really nice too.
Remember the gift money!
Are you even listening to me? I know Mom won't like you asking our relatives for money.
Tomorrow is Carlos's wedding. You're not coming, right? You better not come.
Why do you keep talking about this? Carlos sent me an invitation himself, so yes, I am going. He wouldn't like it if I didn't go. It's his wedding, so I don't see why you have any say in who does or doesn't go.
Excuse me. You're not listening to what I say. I said you can't come. What a disobedient boy you are.
Even if you keep saying that, I can't just not show up. Like I said, he really wouldn't like that.
How many times do I have to explain how embarrassing you are to our family? You work a low-class minimum wage job. You don't have a girlfriend. You don't even have your own house. Never show your face in front of me again. And never let anyone know we're related.
I've had it with you. Do you really not care about everything I've done for you these past 10 years? I've sacrificed a lot for this family. And all you care about is image.
Oh, really? What of it?
Looks like I just wasted my time and money. I spent so long sending money to someone who didn't even appreciate it.
You're such an incompetent man. Everything you do is a waste. You can't even find a proper job. I don't even think of you as my son anymore. All you are is a useless piece of trash.
Okay, I get it.
I don't recall the pocket change you always sent over actually being useful. As if $1,000 could do anything. You're just a low-class factory worker and it's humiliating. You better not come to your brother's wedding.
Okay, I won't.
I'm cutting ties with you, too.
Whatever. We're strangers from now on, then. I'm not going to the damn wedding, so calm down.
Thank goodness. Don't talk to me ever again, Manuel.
Gladly. I don't want you to talk to me either. Tell Carlos I said congrats.
Carlos is really upset. What's the problem?
What? I thought I said I don't want you to talk to me anymore.
He got really mad when I told him that you weren't coming to the wedding. Why would he get mad? Isn't it obvious that you shouldn't come? Isn't he embarrassed too?
What are you asking me for? Well, it doesn't matter, because Carlos clearly really wanted me to come. But I won't, just like you wanted. I already told him that. If he's mad, then it's technically your fault. Plus, I'm going to stop sending you money.
What? You're going to stop? Why would you do that?
Obviously. Aren't you the one who wanted to cut ties? That means I have no business sending you a single penny. This is what you wanted, isn't it? We have no need to continue this conversation.
What do you mean you're going to stop sending the money? I don't remember ever saying you could do that.
You don't need to tell me what I can or can't do. I've been sending it because I was trying to help my family. But since you cut ties, we're not family anymore. I no longer have any intention to send you anything. You should have known that was going to happen.
How dare you talk to your own mother like that?
Oh, now you want to act like we're family. Like I said, you're the one who cut ties. You should have expected this. I was supposed to give gift money to Carlos, but since I'm not going to the wedding, I'm not giving him anything anymore. That's probably why he's upset.
What's this? What does that have to do with anything?
If I don't give him the gift money, then he probably won't be able to pay for the wedding hall.
Just what on earth are you talking about?
I've been lending him a good amount of money, but he still hasn't paid any of it back to me. I was planning on making this money gift the last time I sent him anything, so I was going to give him a larger sum than usual. But hey, it looks like I don't have to worry about that anymore, since I'm not going to the wedding. I don't have to give him anything.
Wait a second. Why is Carlos depending on your money so much? Isn't he marrying a rich girl? He doesn't need your stupid gift.
It looks like his fiancée was already disowned by her family.
What did you say?
Apparently, she was using her parents' money too much and they kicked her out. But I guess she thought they would forgive her in the end, so she wasn't too worried about it. She invited them to the wedding and she probably plans to make up with them or something.
If that's the case, then there's no problem, is there?
There is a problem.
What is it?
It means that he can't depend on his fiancée's parents for money, especially not for the wedding. Because his fiancée was kicked out for using her parents' money. There's no way her parents would pay for the wedding. Does it make sense to you yet? She won't be able to receive any type of financial support from her family, so that's why Carlos asked me to give him a large money gift. His savings account is empty. His fiancée doesn't work and doesn't have her own money.
Really? Isn't he working, though? Why is he in that situation?
Yeah, he is working, but it's just a part-time job. He's been talking about starting his own business, but it's just all talk. Don't you understand?
What do you mean by that?
He went to college, but he skipped most of his classes. I'm sure you know that he dropped out in his sophomore year, right?
What? That's ridiculous. He was supposed to graduate next year.
That's why he hasn't been able to get a proper full-time job. Another reason is because he just hasn't been trying. So he's just been at home playing video games. It doesn't look like he's trying to get out on his own, does it?
That can't be. That's impossible. Carlos would never.
You can pretend it's not true all you want, but it doesn't change the facts. Nothing will change by complaining to me about it. Why don't you ask him?
I can't believe Carlos was that kind of person. My Carlos. I thought he was an honor student. He dropped out of college?
Honor student? Maybe in middle school. All he did in college was go to parties and skip classes. Anyways, the reason why he's upset now is because he was supposed to get money from me, but now he can't. And it's all your fault. I think it's about time that you understand just how much of a selfish man he's become.
I don't want to believe it.
Well, that's up to you whether you believe it or not. But instead of worrying so much about him, you should worry about yourself.
What?
You won't be able to pay off the loan on the house anymore. You've been over there calling the $1,000 I've been sending pocket change, but you actually can't live without it. Did you even think about that? No, you didn't. Because you were too caught up in bragging about Carlos for nothing.
I guess I didn't think about that. I thought Carlos was marrying into a rich family, so I thought things would work out.
Well, that's too bad, isn't it? There's no way he can pay for the house by himself. I don't know or care what you plan on doing from now on, but it looks like you've screwed yourself over by cutting ties with me. You did this to yourself.
Okay, fine. I'll forgive you. You can come to the wedding, okay?
No, I'm good. Haha.
What? You're not coming?
Seriously? No, I'm not. Both you and Carlos are strangers to me. You both are so selfish. Go to hell, both of you.
After that, Jennifer kept texting her son Manuel in a panic, but it looks like he hasn't replied to her once. His younger brother, Carlos, also ended up with few guests at his wedding. He didn't set up a payment plan for the wedding, so it had to be canceled on the day of. Carlos was devastated. He blew up on Jennifer and demanded compensation, and after he got all of her savings out of her, he cut ties with her. As for Manuel, he cut ties with both Jennifer and Carlos, and was able to find himself a nice apartment with the money he was now free to use however he wanted. Carlos wasn't able to hide the wedding, and he got into frequent fights with his wife, and it eventually ended in a divorce. He couldn't go back to live with his mother, so he didn't have anywhere to go. He was at a loss. Jennifer also had to start working in order to keep up her living expenses. You reap what you sow. There's no way around that. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe.